Welcome home, racing fans. Well, thought I'd share with you a few of my recent acquisitions here for the collection. As you can see, it's definitely a little bit of a mix. First up is, of course, our slotted Porsche, our 956, and I just had to have it. I mean, I've only got 20 of these, so I needed 21. I mean, this series just won't go away, will it? And I hope not, because it's a great running car. Nothing much has changed. We won't go too much into the mechanical, but boy, they did a really good job here. It does have the new quick disconnect plug. You can see it right there for the easy change to digital. Other than that, it's a good old-fashioned slotted Group C. Glad to see it. I just had to have it. And then right after that, Skeletric GT40 Mark IV. This car, again, has been with us a long time. Dave Kennedy, a few years ago, photographed this car personally at Lime Rock. Photos were used to help make this car, and it's a stunner. So they did a really nice job on the paintwork here. Looks really good. And finally, last but not least, is our good old Mercury Cougar. This car was built as a tribute car in the historic Trans Am. Went through a couple owners. I don't care. You could paint this thing Hello Kitty and I'd buy a Cougar. I mean, I just love it. So unless you're really particular about what cars race in your series, not many people are, thankfully. We're not. This car is going to run right into in our Trans Am series, as it should. But one of the things that I wanted to bring up about these cars is something Dave Kennedy hinted in one of his videos that we talked about, is the longevity here. This car, first mold, late 2002. I mean, the Mark II came shortly after that in 2003. So almost 18 years, I believe, 17, 18 years for this mold, unchanged. I mean, it's not everybody's favorite with the clamshell design of the chassis. But guess what? We raced them. We had a ball with them. Still do. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. Same thing here. Group C from Slotted. 17th year, 18th year, just depending where you lived when you got your car. And here it is. Still going strong. Still available today for anyone that wants them. I mean, these are just, well, these are some of my favorite slotted cars right here. And the Mercury Cougar. You know, you think, well, it hasn't been around that long. Well, the first release was 2013. So here we are. We're still getting another one in the Trans Am series. So the Trans Am series alone is 17, 18 years. And here we go with another release. So all three of these cars at least have that in common. They're just a mold that just keeps producing. Some people, veterans, you know, they say they're tired of them, this and that. But, you know, you have to remember there's new people coming in our hobby all the time. They'd like to race some of these cars that we had a decade and a half ago. And I just personally think it's cool that you can still get one of these cars. So, you know, if you're an old veteran, old hat, you've got an old Porsche out there, maybe the Cannon, I don't know, Kenwood, older one, and somebody loves the way it runs, well, you can tell them to go get a brand new one if they want. There's no shortage of these, by the way. And the same thing goes with Trans Am and, of course, the iconic GT40. I mean, the one we had last year with the Ford versus Ferrari wars, that was great to see that car come back, and great to see this one as well. So, have to give them all three thumbs up. They all need a little work tuning-wise, of course, and, you know, that just goes without saying. But this is more about the fact that we can still get these cars. These molds just don't seem to go away. Kind of reminds you of the Carrera NASCARs that we just talked about, where they're still around, and I'm really happy to see them. So anyway, well done, Skeletric and Slotted. Very happy with my choices. Can't wait to tune them and get them out here on the track, see what they can do. So, and as always, look forward to your guys' feedback. Hope you liked the video, and we'll see you online.